Not allowed to touch. Not allowed to touch. There you are. Saul had no power over him right there. This is Saul, the king, the man who is reigning over all of Israel, the man who has a mighty army. He cannot touch David. He's right there. What does God do to him? Causes him to respond like all of the soldiers responded. Take off your clothes. This can possibly refer to his regal attire. Strip it off, take it off. If he came with weapons, put them down. They're no good here. And lay down and prophesy. The man was out all day and whole night. For anybody who's been prayed for, and you fall out in the spirit, and you lay down there for a little while, you know that sometimes time means nothing wrong about it. You don't know how long you've been there. But if somebody tells you, right, that you fell to the floor at 11 o'clock yesterday morning, it is now 7 a.m. the next day, you will become a little concerned. I guarantee you. That is not our normal experience, but Saul was down for a considerable time. All day and all night. It's as if like God put him flat down. Relax. Relax. I have it. Relax. The enemy is persistent. Comes at you. But God is able to keep. God is able to protect. God is able to defend. He's able to do that. Look at where he went. He went to the man of God. They themselves went to the place where the company of prophets were. They were there together, united. They were lifting up their voices before God, and he could not be touched. Amen. Right there. That's a safe place for you to stay. That's a safe place for you to live. That's a safe place for you to be. Jump over a couple chapters. Come to chapter 22. Two more things I want to show you here. Starting from verse 1. David therefore departed thence. This is a little while after. He's gone, but let me give you the backstory. He left and he eventually went to a place where the priest was. He went to the priest. This is Ahimelech. And Ahimelech helps him. He helps him. And notice, David did not give him the full story. David gave him his own version of what was going on. And Ahimelech, who does not know that David is giving him a side story, helps David. Gives him holy bread, true bread. Not for the common man to eat. Gives him that. For him and the couple men who were with him. He gives him Goliath's sword. Because he has no other weapons. And he goes on. David leaves there. And he went and he escaped to the cave Adullam. And when his brethren and all his father's house heard it, they went down thither to him. And everyone that was in distress, and everyone that was in debt, and everyone that was discontented, gathered themselves unto him. And he became a captain over them. And there were with him about 400 men. David got an army that he didn't ask for. God sent not those who are considered the most upright in society, but people who were in debt, people who owed money. He sent people to him who were disgruntled, who did not like what was going on. He sent an army to him, a small army to him, so he would have some men to command over and begin to take action. But these are not the choice of the Lord. It is like Jesus, as often been said by many of us leaders today. If it were our choice of choosing the 12 men who would call close, it would not have been those guys. They didn't fit the bill that you would usually be looking for. Likewise, these guys. These guys who came to David, David didn't call them. They heard where he was and they went to him. God can bring people to your aid, to stand with you, to support you, to help you, even when you don't ask for it. David was running and hiding. David was not, there's nowhere here we see that David is trying to actively recruit people. They heard what was happening and they went to his aid. They went to stand with him. He receives an army. Down to verse 11. The king comes because one of the king's servants was where the priest was, and he saw David. He reported back to the king, and the king arrives in the place. Verse 11. Then the king sent to call Ahimelech the priest, the son of Ahitub, and all his father's house, the priests that were in Nob, and they came all of them to the king. So in Nob, the city of the priests live in the city. Their families are there. And the king hears that this guy has helped David. And he arrives with his wrath. And he calls him, say, come here. Come. Bring your whole house and come. What's going on here? And the king, in his anger, goes forward. And Saul said, hear now, thou son of Ahitub. And he answered, here am I, Lord. And Saul said unto him, why have ye conspired against me, thou and the son of Jesse, who's David, in that thou hast given him bread and a sword, and hast inquired of God for him, that he should rise against me to lie in wait as this day? And Ahimelech answered the king and said, who is faithful among thy servants as David, which is the king's son-in-law, and goeth at thy bidding, and is honorable in thine house? Did I then begin to inquire of God for him? Be it far from me. Let not the king impute anything unto the servant, nor to all the house of my father, for this servant knew nothing of all of this. And the king said, thou shalt surely die, Ahimelech, thou and all thy father's sons. The man of God, the priest, says, king, I don't know anything about it. And the king doesn't believe it. What goes on after is a travesty. They are all gathered there, all his family. And he says unto his servants, fall upon them, kill every one of them. You know what happens next? The soldiers hesitate, because these are the priests of God. They're not prepared to take that kind of action, because they're probably thinking, this will go really bad for me and my family if I do this. They know this is not something to be doing. And they hesitate. They don't go. In essence, they defy the king's order. And the guy who saw David, Doeg, who is a chief in his house, he pulls his blade and kills 85 of them right there. Kills them. It doesn't stop there. Verse 18. And the king said to Doeg, turn thou and fall upon the priest. And Doeg the Edomite turned, and he fell upon the priest and slew him that day 85 persons, 85 persons that did wear a linen ephod. These are priests. Killed 85 of them. And Nob, the city of the priests, smote he with the edge of the sword both men and women, children and sucklings, and oxen and asses and sheep with the edge of the sword. Everybody getting that. Everybody. Imagine that. That is the length to which the enemy will go. David was there for a short time. The priest did not know that David was not in the king's business. He helped him. And then he was confronted and accused of conspiring against the king. And for that, he was killed. His family was killed. All the priests in the place were killed. The enemy does not care about collateral damage. Men and women, children, sucklings, animals, everybody was killed. Slay the whole place, because the enemy doesn't care who needs to be destroyed to get to you. He is not playing. He will do whatever he needs to do to get to you. He's not playing. He's real serious. But David was not touched because he was nothing. The enemy is willing to destroy people all around him. He's willing to destroy all of it. There's a show that I saw some years ago, and one little statement in the show that I remember, and I thought this is interesting. And in it, a highly trained soldier is in pursuit of someone else, and this is what he says. He destroys a whole set of people. This is what he says: when your quarry goes to ground, leave no ground for your quarry to go to. Mash up, destroy everything, so you can't get help anywhere. The enemy is willing to go to the uttermost to destroy. Who passes the rush? As far as he's concerned, passes the rush. Once he'll get to you. That includes your mother, your father, your sister, sisters, your brothers, your nephew, your auntie, your nenen, your uncle, your boss, your friend, whoever. He's willing to go at them to get to you. But in the midst of that, you cannot stray from your course. You cannot. You continue doing what you need to do. Continue pressing on. You know where this goes. A little bit later on, David on 2 different occasions has Saul to kill right there. Right there, has him to kill. And does not do that. On occasion, cuts off piece of his curtain, and then his heart hurt him after because he shouldn't have even done that. David still respected the authority, even though the authority was no after. David never laid a hand or raised a hand to kill Saul. He left it alone. God is going to deal with that. God is going to deal with that. What eventually happens there, Saul and Jonathan and the army is in a battle, and they are slain in battle. They are hurt. Jonathan is killed. Saul is seriously hurt and does not want to end up in the hand of the enemy. He calls upon his armor bearer. And he says, fall upon me. And his armor bearer says, who? Do what? The armor bearer, just like David, knows this is the king. This is the anointed of God. He is away from God, but I am doing that. What does he do? He takes his own sword and falls on his own sword. I am not playing that. That's what he said. Another young man comes to David after, bringing, I think it's a bracelet that belonged to Saul. And coming to David, boasting he killed the king. Actually, he was lying. He's trying to get David's favor. And then David confirmed, you did what? You killed the king. And they took him and they killed him one time. Can't put God on your toes and do it. Because God will deal with it. God will deal with that. Whatever your situation. What is the Goliath you're facing? Speak to the Goliath and slay it. You feel like if the enemy is pursuing you, you're like David, and the enemy is pursuing you, and it doesn't matter where you go, what you do, where you try to hide, he seems to be coming at you again and again and again, time and time again. The enemy is constantly after you. You're tired from running, but you've got to run. He's pursuing you. Sometimes you feel like I'm tired running, but that's just where you are, because the enemy is after you. And if he catches you, he is going to slay you. David had to duck from the javelin from Saul, the man who he respected. He had to duck from that multiple occasions, because Saul would have killed him. The enemy will kill you if he can. He will destroy you if he can. The enemy is insistent that you must die. There are agents from hell that are assigned to you, assigned to take you down, take you out. A friend of mine would say that his face is on every wanted poster in hell. They want him. The enemy is not playing with him. Not playing. David couldn't slip, else Saul and the soldiers would have caught him and utterly slew him. If they were willing to take him in his bed, Saul was willing to take him in his sick bed, bring him, but I could kill him. If he's willing to do that, how far will he go? If they were willing to kill a whole city of priests, how far are they willing to go? How far is the enemy willing to go to get you? As far as he feels that he needs to go. He is going to do whatever he thinks that he needs to do to get you. It's not going to happen. Because like David, we need to go to that place. Go to Ramah. Go find Samuel. Go to Naoth. Go join the company of the priests and begin to prophesy before the Lord. And watch the enemy as they come. And they start prophesying before God. And they come the one time. They come the second time. They come the third time. And then the chief, the boss, he comes. He starts prophesying. He's laying upon the ground. To go to that place. We need to go to that place. We need to go to that place. We need to go to that place. Will you stand to speak with me today?